The topic is Democracy on the Horn of Africa, Part 2, indicating that we've already dealt with some of the implications for the Horn of Africa with some of the recent developments. And we have on this particular segment Masai and Dr. Nagatu to talk about some of the issues dealing with democracy not only on the Horn, but democracy in the country of Ethiopia itself. Of course, Dr. Nagatu, I think we promised you that when we came back we would give you an opportunity to continue talking about some of the issues that you see being significant on the Horn of Africa and Ethiopia at this time.
Yeah, in that part of Africa and actually as a whole in third world countries, the impact of the developed nations, the Western nations particularly, is important. The actual change should come maybe from the people themselves, but a lot of support could come also from developed nations. And what happens in Ethiopia in the last 15 years, that government is dividing the people based on ethnicity. And can you believe dividing administrative regions based on language? And you can, at the beginning even, you cannot have a party on multi-ethnic basis. You can't have a party only one ethnic for one party, another ethnic for another party. And such a system, it couldn't serve the people. It couldn't develop the economic situation in the country. But Western nations, they overlooked that at the best, but I think actively supported it sometimes. And what happened in Kenya is amazing. The reason is that Kibaki took power from Moi, President Moi, and he was elected democratically. He got his power through the ballot box. Now maybe he learned some technique from Ethiopia. His dictatorial instinct brought him back to be another dictator in Africa, and that was a stable country. And so what we know is really Western nations should really realize that these dictators, they don't care about their people, whether they come through the barrel of the gun, as it is the case in Ethiopia, or if they get opportunity, even if they come through the ballot box. So the best thing really to help the people of East Africa is to ally America, like here we are, or Western nations in West Europe, to support the people rather than the governments. And we cannot have a strategic alliance with dictators. There may be some tactical things. Here we are fighting terrorism, but a terrorist country which is terrorizing his own people cannot bring us good citizens in that country. There may be a fertile ground for terrorism in those countries. So how can America, in all its financial resources, fight the whole world if the whole world is full of dictators? So we cannot have a strategic alliance with dictators. So we have to know that, and fortunately there is a shift in American political system. There is HR 2003. It is anonymously passed in the House of Representatives in October, and it is fully aligning American policy towards freedom, democracy, and everything we expect from American value system.
Okay, so Masai, when you started fighting your freedom fighting days in Ethiopia, what was the attitude of many of the Western nations? Has this always been the attitude, this fight for over terrorism and et cetera? And I understand, I can see it coming after 2000, but back in the 1990s, what was the attitude that most Western nations had in